Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, yes. Hello, mommy. Hello, daddy. Yeah, come on here. Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Unbelievable. Hello, mommy and daddy.
Hi.
Yes, very good. Excellent. All right, I'm going to start off with a controversial question.
Okay.
Now, Tachi.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, now stay
please
positive.
get your tissues.
Yes, get your
Because I cry again.
Yes,
Please.
Here's a bit of tissue.
Get your tissues. Help me, please.
Hand it out here. Hand it out. Yes,
Because
get
yesterday
your tissues.
I cry a lot because of my trauma for speaking.
And trauma for grammar.
Yes, my
There we
trauma
go.
for
Leave it
grammar.
there.
For
Leave it there.
speaking English in
We'll have to give a bit more.
Yes, please.
I take the chance.
We'll have to give a bit more to Roberto here, the poor old man. Okay, right.
Oh my god.
Okay, right.
He's gonna take a shit or?
Who knows? No, he's probably taking precautions. He's probably taking precautions, in fairness. Now, Tachi, how long will you have been studying in this school by the time you finish?
1 year and 8 months.
Yes, 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 that's amazing. Oh my God, absolutely amazing. Okay, what will you have achieved by the end of the year?
I succeed in my course of English and maybe English and maybe get a job.
Okay, so I will have finished. I will have finished my job. I will have finished my course, and I will have gotten a job.
Okay.
I will have gotten a job. What will you have achieved by the end of the day?
By the end of the
Yeah. Now I don't know why. Look, do you see someone? He's there. Ooh, yeah. Okay, excellent. Another one. Okay, excellent.
by the end of the day, I will have been learning more English.
I will have learned more English. So you finished this, okay? You don't want to say I will have been learning more English. It's a bit weird in that context. Wendy, what will you have achieved by the end of the week?
This week.
Yes, yeah, this week.
I will have finished my working hours.
I thought you said I would have finished my accordion. Okay, okay, exactly. Okay, very good. Excellent. Very good. Roberto, what will you have achieved or accomplished by the end of the week? Or another way would be saying, what will you have achieved by the end of your life? Okay, okay. So one or the other, whichever one is closest.
I will have survived.
You will have survived by the end of the week. Yes, well, it's not exact, but actually, to be honest, in the other class for many years, for many months, we had a student called Joel. Okay, Joel, and he had a few heart problems, so you couldn't make loud noises. So we, instead of clapping like this, we had to go like that. And to be honest, it's probably the same here for Roberto. So everyone again, well done for Roberto. Well done, Roberto. Well, you say that now. You're just being brave. You're just being brave there, Roberto.
Because I cry.
Next one then, Carla. What will you have achieved by the end of the day?
I will achieve the...
I will have achieved. I
The
will.
contraction is not will.
Will. Oh yes, yeah. You can say will. Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
okay. Nothing as usual.
Yeah, that's probably typical of useless Carla. Useless. Nicholas, what will you have achieved by the end of the fortnight, the next fortnight? What's a fortnight again?
15 days. I mean, no.
14 days. 14 days. So 2 weeks. What will you have achieved by the end of the fortnight?
I
hope I have started a new job.
Yes, I hope I'll have started a new job. Okay, I hope I'll have started a new job. Very good. All right, enough of that rubbish. Now, can you get? Oh no, I like the cold toast. I like the cold toast. Okay, it's a bit weird, but I like cold toast. All right, the rest of you, can you get your phone? And there's going to be a slight variation. There's going to be I wouldn't put it there, Tachi. I wouldn't put it there. Okay. Okay. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Tachi, my baby nephew could be watching this. Okay, just to clarify. My God, Tachi, what a disgrace. Okay, all right. How can I continue after that? Okay, so I've lost what I was going to say. That's not what I was going to say. Oh yes, I would like you. No, don't be starting that. Give me that one. That's a disgrace. Trust any of it. Okay, right. Okay, so. I have to wash my hands after that. That's a disgrace. All right, so I would like you this time not to have a conversation with another person in the class, but I want you to have a conversation with ChatGPT, but you have to request ChatGPT to be this. Gen Z. Okay.
You and
Okay.
me.
Just to clarify now. I'll show you what I asked earlier. Okay, so where is it?
No.
Okay, so I had a casual conversation with ChatGPT earlier before you came in the class, blah, blah, blah. And I'll show you the kind of language that it gave me. Okay, so watch it in this direction. Okay, Tachi, I'm going to be shining the light in your face. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to put in the same request. Okay, Roberto, turn off the light there for a second. And
Yes.
when the light goes off, it's not your life. Okay, it's just exactly. Okay, right. So the first thing I asked is, can I have a casual chat with you where you are Gen Z and use language typical of that category? And he starts off, or she starts off,
Bestie.
absolute bestie, absolutely bestie. Hit me with whatever's on your mind. Life, tea, rants, existential dread, whatever. I'm here for the vibes. Now, I am not Gen Z. I don't understand Gen Z language very well, but I'm guessing, if I remember correctly, that is what?
Tea?
Yeah, what's tea?
Tea.
Yeah. Roberto, you see, he's like an old man like me. He said, oh, it's like a cup of tea, is it? I think, maybe I'm wrong, I think it means gossip in this context. So, yeah. Have you heard of the expression, spill the beans?
Yeah.
There's another expression, spill the tea.
Yeah,
It's like-
take a tea.
No, it's nothing to look at this man here. He's thinking, it's about the tea, is it? No, it's about gossip, okay?
Yeah, when you have a good
Now, do you remember?
chat or
It reminds me.
Oh, that makes sense.
you take
Yeah.
you take a tea.
But-
Or a coffee. Or
Yeah, but
whatever.
this man,
Exactly.
this man, every time I have a conversation, it sounds exactly like when I was having a conversation with my poor grandmother who had Alzheimer's. It really does. It really does. It's just okay. Rants. What are rants? If you're ranting, you're complaining and complaining. Oh, for God's sake, my life is terrible. Oh, this is awful. Okay, the wife didn't buy the tea again, etc. Blah blah. This is a rant. Okay, existential dread. Dread is when you feel really bad about the future. Okay. Oh, I'm dreading going to the interview or whatever, etc. Okay. Do you understand? Look forward to. Yeah, it's the opposite. Okay? Oh, I'm dreading doing that. Existential dread. Okay? I'm here for the vibes. And then I said, I don't speak your lingo. That's the best. That's the closest I could get to informal language. Your lingo, language. No worries, I got you. We'll keep it chill. What's up? Misery as always. Okay? Oof, I feel that. Life can be lifing. I would never use that expression. Life can be lifing. To be honest, what do you think it means?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so look at the question again. So no worries, I got you. We'll keep it chill. We'll keep it relaxed. So what's up? What's happening? Misery as always. But that's me speaking. Misery as always. And then ChatGPT goes, oof, I feel that. Life be lifing. Huh? What do you think it means? I don't know except out of context. Or in context, I should say. What would you guess?
Life is hard.
Yeah, I would guess. Oh, I would say life is hard. I never used that term in my life. Life is life. Now, I will get you an expert in a minute, but can you read just the next few? Yes.
What's meaning life in what word?
Oh, you keep reading and see the rest of. Nicholas, you scroll down. Okay, so the rest of you, I want you to try understand these in context. Just guess. Don't use any dictionary. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Talking with Andrew's best friend.
ChatGPT.
Scroll.
Okay, I'm going to get you an expert. Go back up again. Go back up.
I am the expert.
What the fuck is life be life?
Oh, life is life-in. Okay. Life is life.
No ideas. Folks.
Okay, so you know the way like life throws many things at you. So like death and coming through an English course, like there's lots of different obstacles in your way in life. Okay, so life be lifing means like life is really happening. Okay, so a lot of things are happening in your life at one time. So life be lifing. It's like a.
But would it have to be bad things, hard things, or?
No, not necessarily. Like it just means that a lot is going on in your life. So you're saying like, oh, life be life, and like there's a lot going on in my life right now. It's good and it's bad, but I'm having fun. So usually it's said kind of like in a, I don't know, it's kind of like a gay term. Like I've heard it as like life be life in. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Okay, everyone, try your best.
Life be life in.
Okay, Manuel. Yes, yeah, exactly.
It's like I'm in pain, but fuck it.
Very good. Thank you to the expert. Okay, so if you want, if you need someone to explain this kind of language, don't ask me. I have no idea. You see, I guessed wrongly. Okay, I thought, oh yeah, it'd probably just be miserable or whatever, etc. But Coco said, oh no, it's all of the things that are happening in life. Now, if you have the conversation with ChatGPT and it starts doing that, you can say, sorry, what's that mean? Okay, if you want, all the way down. Okay, so go back up. Up. Okay, all the way to the top. I want you to put in that instruction into your phone. Okay, can I have a casual chat with you where you are Gen Z and use language typical of that category? Okay? Right?
Look at your shadow.
Oh, how beautiful it is. One of the most beautiful shadows you'll ever see. Yeah. Right. What? Oh, for God's sake. Right. Where is it? No, it's not that one. There. And I will give you maybe 6-7 minutes with it. Okay, so you'll probably generate a lot of vocabulary that I do not know. Honestly, I do not know it.
What is the meaning of the word vent? Vent.
P-E-N-T. Usually what you'll see that with pent up anger. So it's like waiting, it's building. So the expression is pent. Where did you see that?
No,
Conversation. Or three lines.
Let me
Oh, show me in the text. Oh, vent. Oh, well, you should know that now, to be honest. If you use your. Oh my goodness, man, terrible. Which weather would you? Well, maybe you wouldn't know. Which weather would you associate vent with? Yeah, wind. Okay. Now, if you in your bathrooms or whatever, you will have vents. What are vents? So it's where the
Structures.
it's where the air comes in. Now, if you vent your anger, what are you doing? Letting it out. Okay, letting it out. So that's what that is. Okay, off you go, quickly. I have a conversation with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT must be Gen Z. Must be Gen Z. I haven't a clue about any of this language. And I listen to Mozart.
Gemini should spill the tea
Spill the tea. Yeah.
and explain means to share gossip or use information.
Yeah, no,
Use
no.
information.
Try work alone there, Grandad. Very good.
Okay. Are you looking for some hot tips?
Now, everyone, is it a little bit distracting that Grandad over here is speaking when he's reading? Yeah, maybe a little. Oh, I remember the good old days.
5 minutes. Two minutes.
Okay, stop. Now, with your partners, can you explain some of the terminology that you discovered that you didn't know before? Okay, so Carla, you were with Tachi. Wendy, you were with the old man over here. Roberto, Wendy is with you. Very good. Okay, Manuel, you were with Nicolas. And Joanna, you were with Samba. Okay, off you go. Quick.
Try to explain the short. Generally, base. But with the context of
I write about because she well I think that I write not particular so they sounds like trends
the topic that you want
you are not at all in the
words are there.
It's a short for Dogme.
That's amazing.
That's a
So it seems like such a vibe.
That's a way.
Like
That's beautiful.
this contraction is kind of my first scene. Not the best. Yeah, our
Just to polish
excitement.
Did you get a lot of language you didn't understand?
Yes.
Did you get a lot of language you didn't understand?
Did you get a lot of language you didn't understand?
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of language you didn't understand in the conversation? Right. Okay. Stop. Okay, now to be honest, as I said, I don't understand a lot of it. I'm going to ask you to do that again tomorrow. Okay? You're going to do the Gen Z vocabulary again. I don't think there's a better way of learning it than having it in a conversation, a real conversation, where you have to interact with the artificial intelligence. Here, I asked it for some common Gen Z terms. I've only heard of a few of them. Now, I can guess a few from context, but slay means to kill. Literally, in a dictionary, if you look up the word slay, it's going to mean kill. Like a slayer is someone who kills. So this, in this context, means to do something really well or look amazing. That outfit, slay. Okay, now I've never really heard this. I've never heard this.
I heard because
Your grandchildren told you.
No. My co-worker is an Irish guy. He's 22 around.
Yeah.
Like, and he told me, when you look at some girl and looks pretty, you can say slay, but I don't know how.
Okay, I do understand this one. Like this is more standard slang. If somebody is killing it, they're doing really well. Now that's not Gen Z. If you're killing it, it means you're doing really well. And maybe the connection between killing and slaying, maybe that's where that came from. I don't know. Okay, but again, I have never heard of anyone use this. I presume Coco and Jan would know. I don't know. I'll ask Michael when he comes by. I don't know. Okay? This one I only know because a student asked me online. And I had no idea what it was. I guessed as a short for delusional because I had the context. Does everyone understand delusional?
Yes.
You believe something.
Very used in the social media.
Yeah, this, Delulu.
Lulu.
Okay, so I had never, ever heard of it until about 3 weeks ago. Okay? Often used jokingly when someone has unrealistic hopes. So me thinking I'll marry Pedro Pascal one day, yeah, I'm Delulu. Okay? I don't know why I believe that. Okay? The next, is anyone else in this class Delulu? When do you think you will be fluent in English? Hey, Michael, do you know the term slay?
Of course I do.
See, of course. You see, he's more modern and clued in with society than I am. I'm a miserable
But
bastard.
to be fair, it's a slang that entered the jargon only maybe 10 years ago. It was Beyonce.
10 years ago, and I've never heard of it.
Beyonce who threw it into.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Beyonce.
To be fair,
Yeah.
well, that's that you're.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, not that you don't know Slay, but that you don't know Beyonce.
Oh no, I know Beyonce.
Well, then you don't know her enough.
Well, I don't know her enough. That's true. That's the yeah. Thank you, Michael. Yes, very good. Yes. Okay, so 10 years ago this came in, and I didn't even notice. I have no friends. The next one then, it's giving, used to compare something to a vibe or an aesthetic. That dress, it's giving fairy princess at Coachella. Now, I think Coachella is a music concert in California or something like that. And a fairy princess, anyone know what a fairy princess? That would be someone like Cinderella or whatever. You know, in the Disney movies where the princess wears something like that. So you say, oh, that's giving fairy princess at Coachella. So it's like the kind of dress that you would get if you were at that event. No cap. The only reason I know this is because Jan told us about a year ago. Okay, so I didn't know what this meant either. It means I'm not lying or for real. This pizza is the best thing I've ever eaten, no cap. Okay, so I'm not lying, this is the best. Again, I have no idea what that meant. Okay, Riz, again, I only know this because Jan told me a year ago or about a year and a half ago or whatever it was. And it's short for charisma. Okay? So maybe someone has got good flirting skills. So he pulled her number in 2 seconds. So she gave him her telephone number after 2 seconds of conversation. dude's got max riz. Okay? Does anyone in this class have max riz? Samuel. That man there, he can pull the number in 1 second. 1 second, okay? Maximum riz. Next, mid. Now again, I could guess it, but I've never heard it being used. Describing something as average or underwhelming. What's overwhelming? A lot of stress. Oh my God, I can't cope with this. I can't tolerate all this pressure, etc. Underwhelming is when you say, oh, this is very disappointing. I was expecting better. So you go to the cinema and you say, oh, that was very underwhelming. Okay, it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. That movie was so hyped, but honestly, mid. Okay, now I would never ever use that term, ever. Okay, I am so old. Next one then, NPC. Now, has anyone played video games? Yeah, you might have heard this. What's NPC mean? Yes, non-playing character or playing character. Okay, so now used to describe someone acting robotic or predictable. Bro was again, I would never use the word bro. Bro was standing in fact, one of the students in the afternoon, they in the past, they used to call me, goodbye, bro. And they used to know it would irritate me all the time. Okay, so bro was standing in line for coffee. Hello, Alejandra. Okay, bro was standing in line for coffee, not moving, just staring into the abyss. Total NPC moment. Okay, so the person was like a robot. Okay, not moving. Okay. Next one. I do know this one. I don't know if this is technically Gen Z. Maybe it is. Okay, so this is when a reply to a post online gets more likes than the original post. So maybe very often, I know it from political context, where someone posts a political video, and then someone posts a comment. So the video might get, 1,000 likes, but then somebody posts a comment and says, this video is rubbish, blah, 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 and it gets 2,000 likes. They have ratioed the video, okay? So pineapple on pizza is disgusting, and then somebody replies, your taste buds are broken, and this gets more likes on social media or whatever. This is ratio, okay? Do you understand the word ratio in terms of mathematics? So a 2-to-1 ratio, so it's like that, okay? So maybe it gets double the amount of comments or likes, etc. Bet. What's bet usually mean? Gambling. Okay, so I'm going to bet money on the horses. I expect horse number 5 will win, or whatever. Now, in this context, it means okay, or we'll see, and sometimes sarcastically. You won't do it. Bet. And then the person proceeds to do the thing. Okay? Again, I have never ever heard of this. Touch grass. Never heard of that. Telling someone to go outside and log off if they're acting too online or weird, if you're acting weird. You just wrote a 5-paragraph essay arguing about a fictional character like Superman or whatever. Go touch grass, you idiot. Okay? You're acting weird. Why are you doing those kind of things? Okay? So again, I've never heard of that. I fear this is a way to express a hesitant or sad truth. I fear I have no motivation to do anything productive today. I fear. Now, to me, if somebody said that, I would say it just sounds like normal English, but it's obviously used in a more Gen Z fashion that I don't know of. Ate and left no crumbs. What are crumbs? These. Yeah. These things. See these? These are crumbs. Now, if you eat something and you leave no crumbs, you did it exceptionally. Now, obviously, you can see here, I did not eat this toast exceptionally, okay? Because there are lots of crumbs. That speech, she ate no crumbs. I have never, has anyone heard that? You've heard of this before? I've never heard of it. So, she ate means she did a great job. It translates perfectly into Spanish? Okay, I've never heard this. I would guess a lot of Spanish terms and English terms cross over in young people's language, I guess. Okay? So, again, if I say, oh, Carla did a great job. She ate no crumbs. Okay? But obviously Carla wouldn't do a good job. Okay? Or maybe for example, maybe for example, Carla, she invited a few people on a holiday for free in a luxury 5-star hotel. And what will we say about Carla? She
Eight. No crumbs.
no crumbs. No crumbs. She ate no crumbs. Well done, Carla. Next one then. Oh, speaking of Carla, this is your moment. Carla, this is your moment.
This your moment, get to the dining.
Yes, there it is. From the greatest of all time, meaning the best. That song is goated. No debate. I've never heard of goated. So if you say goated, it just means, oh, that's amazing. That's the best. Okay? The greatest of all time. So can you tell me a song that you would say is goated?
A song.
Yeah, a song. It's the greatest of all time. A song.
November Rain. No, the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, I thought you were going to go back to your youth with Mozart or something like that. Okay, very, very good. Yes. Exactly. Okay, next one then. Sending me. This means something is so funny, it's metaphorically sending you into space. That mean I'm wheezing. Wheezing is like that, but I'm sure it has another meaning as well. It's sending me. Okay, so it's metaphorically sending you into space. Oh, it's amazing. This is. Oh, it's so funny. Ha ha ha. Okay, so you're laughing so much it's going to send you into space. Never heard of it as well. And it's the last one that I'll do. Yassification. Now, anyone know what that is? I sort of guessed, but I had to check it. What do you think that word is? Yes. Yes. Okay. So yassification is the act of making something or someone more fabulous or exaggeratedly glamorous. So, for example, what?
Something like yes, girl.
No, sorry, just 1 second there now. Sorry, just 1 second there. 1 second there now. Manuel, just 1 second there. This man here, Nicholas, obviously knows some of this lingo that he's probably more of an expert than I am. Right, you up. Yes, you. Okay, I don't know. Okay, right now, Nicholas, I want you to reply using the same term that you just used just a second ago when you see Carla walking in. So, Carla, come in.
Yes, girl.
Yes, exactly. Beautiful work, Dan. Beautiful work. Yeah. Okay. And when you try to make yourself look more fabulous or whatever, or you're made look more fabulous, you're yassified. Okay? And the process is yassification. They yassified the Mona Lisa with lashes and a smoky eye. So they put eyelashes, big eyelashes on the smoky eye liner or whatever you call it. And I had no idea about any of those terms really. Okay? I could guess a few, but and I knew one or two from last year. I'm not going to be able to teach you any of that. So if you want to learn that kind of language, ask ChatGPT or ask a teacher who is younger, or even people who are younger, your age, whatever. People, your grandkids' ages, and maybe they'll explain it to you. Okay? You need to learn this, because to be honest, that's the kind of people, or they're the kind of people you're going to mix with. You're not going to mix generally with 43-year-olds, okay, in general. All right, enough of that rubbish. Now, so that's one way of learning vocabulary. You learn it in context. So Samuel he's trying there again with another woman. Okay, he has the riz. You can learn it in context like this, okay, when you're having an active conversation. And I think that's one of the best ways where you're actually doing something. Another way is just repeat, repeat, repeat. Now, could you tell me what vocabulary you would expect in the Australian weather forecast? Thunderstorms. Rain. Sunny spells. What else? Now, would you expect Wait. Would you expect sunny spells in an Australian weather forecast? I don't know. It depends on where you are. What else? Heat wave. A heat wave. What else? What other words do you know for rain? Patchy rain. What do you have in the morning? Showers. Okay, I will guess they will have showers. What else? What's pushing in? What kind of front? So you'll have a few words you could have before it. Cold front, weather front, etc. There are a few other terms that you could have. Anything else? Cyclones. Okay, so you're not going to get cyclones in an Irish weather forecast because we're in the wrong part of the world and we don't get hurricanes or whatever anyway. Okay, anything else? What's spread? There's one word before it. What's that word? What's this? Widespread. Widespread means what? Everywhere. So remember, spread is this. Okay? So you're spreading it or distributing it widely. So everywhere. Anything else? Outbreaks of what? Of rain. Okay, so the cloud is breaking open and then out comes the rain. Okay, so you're going to watch the Australian weather forecast again. Not Mozart, afraid for... where? Yeah, so, sorry, Mozart. Okay, so you're going to watch the Australian weather forecast from... where did I put it? No, it wasn't that. It was... this. Okay, so can you turn off the lights there, please, Roberto? Okay, we'll do this one. Okay, and Roberto, can you flick or not flick it? So it's okay, so I'll leave the subtitles on, okay? And everyone say hello to Miriam.
Hello, Miriam.
Sorry, what do we want in this class, Samuel? Fake enthusiasm. And remember, it's the Australian weather forecast, so you should be a bit more positive. Okay, again, hello, Miriam. Exactly. What a disgrace you are. Okay, right.
Hello, Miriam at the Bureau with your national weather forecast for tomorrow, Friday the 28th of February, the last day of summer.
Now, you do realise that not everyone lives in the northern hemisphere. Okay, so in the southern hemisphere, it's going to be the last day of summer, okay? Not the last day of winter. Okay, so, yes, exactly. Okay, so that's why she might be looking a little depressed. Okay, poor Miriam. Okay, but again, look at the temperatures, for God's sake. All right.
Now, for tomorrow's weather, we're generally going to see warm conditions across Australia. A few areas of isolated thunder.
Now, see that? Isolated thunderstorms. So you guessed thunderstorms, and isolated is a common collocation. By the way, what state is that? Queensland. What state is that? Southern Australia. What's this? Northern Territories. This? Western Australia. And can you remember the other three? Victoria. New South Wales, and then there's Australian Capital Territory there as well. And what are some major cities in Australia? Sydney, Canberra is the capital city, Melbourne, and did anyone? Perth is a very big city in the west. Brisbane as well is another.
Thunderstorms driven by these low pressure troughs, as well as a smattering.
Oh, I gave you that word. What's a trough? I gave you that word. It's for animals. What's the trough for animals? It's the place where they go to eat. Okay, this thing. Okay, this thing here. And I also said that the word trough can mean a dip, like that, okay? So that's what a trough is, okay? And the pronunciation is trough, like cough. Smattering means a small amount, okay? A small amount.
Of showers, areas of isolated thunderstorms driven by these low pressure troughs, as well as a smattering of showers in the southeast as a weak cold front moves through.
A weak what? Cold front. A weak cold front. Okay, so again you have that moving across.
We do still have severe tropical cyclone Alfred sitting
Again, cyclone, you were correct.
Off the Queensland coast, continuing to intensify. Now we have a dedicated severe weather update video.
Severe means what? Strong, hard, exactly. Okay.
For tropical cyclone Alfred, so you can find all of the tropical cyclone details in that other video. For now though, we'll take a state-by-state look at tomorrow's forecast, starting with Queensland. Warm, dry and mostly settled across Queensland.
What's settled mean again? Last week we had unsettled. Yeah, it doesn't change, okay? Unsettled is what you will get on an Irish weather forecast.
For our Friday, heat waves starting
Heat waves again.
to build through western parts of the state. We may see some very isolated showers about the eastern
Isolated. Showers, again, another word for rain.
coastal fringe and in the far north, with low rainfall totals expected.
Fringe is a word maybe you don't know. Fringe is, like, for example, this is a very obvious fringe. This is a fringe. Okay? It's the periphery of the hairline. Okay? It's the hairline, basically. And the fringe is the outskirts, the periphery. So down here, she's talking about the fringe of the, whatever it was, eastern coastal fringe. So on the extreme periphery.
Very isolated showers about the eastern coastal fringe and in the
You see the where she pointed? Okay, so if you look at the way she pointed, she went just up along the coast.
isolated showers about the eastern coastal fringe and in the far north, with low rainfall totals.
Like a border?
It's sort of like, well, yeah, a border or periphery. Okay, sort of like that, yeah. It's usually used about your hair, though, very often. Okay.
Was expected. Now, tropical cyclone Alfred sitting offshore is
Offshore. Now, what's that mean? Look where she's pointing and look at the context. So offshore means where? Where?
Out of the offshore.
The sea. It's in the sea. Shore is, the shoreline is the border of the sea and the land. Okay, so the shore is basically where the land hits the sea. If it's offshore, it's out at the sea. So even if you didn't know, look where she's pointing. Okay?
Now, tropical cyclone Alfred sitting offshore is generating some strong winds and large waves for parts of the east coast. We've got strong wind warnings between Townsville and Gari and hazardous surf expected about the Capricornia and Gari coasts. So dangerous conditions could be seen out across those marine areas. For Brisbane though,
Okay, so if you don't understand the term, Nicholas will explain. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so Nicholas, get over there.
Well, you tell me if I stop.
Okay, change it, put cartoon.
will be a partly cloudy day with a top of 31 degrees. Patchy morning fogs through eastern New South Wales tomorrow and then a generally sunny day following, although we do have the chance of some afternoon thunderstorms across parts of the eastern ranges, parts of the Hunter and South Coast as well. Now, any storms are likely to be fairly isolated and not deliver too much rainfall. Inland, it will be clearer and hotter with low intensity heat waves building through parts of the north. For Sydney, we're looking at a mostly sunny day and a top of 32 degrees, 33 down in Canberra. Partly cloudy skies and patchy showers across southern Victoria tomorrow, as well as across the eastern ranges. But rainfall totals will generally be low and confined to the morning period as that weak front moves through. It'll be drier and warmer across inland parts. For Melbourne, we're heading for a partly cloudy, top of 26 degrees tomorrow. For Tasmania, this cold front will move through during the day. Now, we're likely to see some showers moving through with the front, mainly impacting western parts, although we may see a smattering through other areas as well.
Okay, just go back a little. Yeah, okay, so again, Press.
mainly impacting western parts, although we may see
What's this word again mean? Smattering? A smattering? What do you mean? A small amount. I'll say you have a smattering of showers or whatever. Thank you, Professor Nicholas. Thank you, Professor Nicholas. Yes, very good. Yeah, excellent. Good work.
a smattering through other areas as well. We're likely to see some fresh westerly winds in the...
What's fresh mean? Yes, okay. Now I'm going to give you another word there, just 1 second. Well, yes, but not in this case.
Fresh
Wait.
air.
Okay, where is it? Okay, can you see the wake? This is a wake from a boat, or here a boat is more obvious. Okay, so when you're on a ship, what looks like the trail of the ship, that's called the wake. So if you're in the wake, you're in this part. Okay, now you're going to see this term here. Okay, in the wake of this front. So the front moves forward, and then there's something at the back. Okay, that's called in the wake of this front.
Wake of this front, which will contribute to likely to see some fresh westerly winds in the wake of this front, which will contribute to high fire dangers persisting through some areas, even once that front has moved through.
Okay, so the front moves through, and then after that point, there's going to be winds in the wake of the front. Okay, after the front.
For Hobart, we're looking at a possible shower and a top of 22 degrees. In South Australia tomorrow, we may see the chance of morning fog through the south.
What's fog?
Fog is impossible to see.
Yeah, you can't
Perfect.
see. Exactly. Okay, so it's the low cloud you can't see.
East. Otherwise, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions across most of the state and the chance of a few patchy showers.
A few what? Yeah, so it's going to be not everywhere. It's going to be here, there, blah, blah, blah. Maybe
Through those southeastern areas as well. It will be drier and clearer across inland areas.
Inland? Yeah. If it was here, what would you use again? Offshore, inland.
With heat waves building in the north. For Adelaide, we're looking at a top of 29 degrees with mostly sunny conditions. Over in Western Australia, we will see the chance of thunderstorms once again across parts of the Gascoyne, pushing down into northern parts of the Wheatbelt and...
Again, I don't know these places, so if you learn the geography, you're going to have a much better chance of understanding the weather forecast.
Parts of the goldfields too. Now, rainfall totals are likely to be fairly...
Rainfall, so this is the amount of rain that falls.
Low with any storms that develop, but we may see some gusts.
What's that word mean again? We had that last week with Ireland. Wind, yeah, gusts of wind.
Coming through with those thunderstorms. It will be very hot inland. We've got severe heat waves building across parts of the Gascoyne and the interior as a run of hot days and...
A run of hot days. What do you think that means? A sequence of, yeah, hot days.
Nights continue, but milder...
That word we had as well, what's mild mean? Middle, yeah, so it's not very hot, not very cold, but in Australia it means extremely hot for Irish people.
Through the southwest with sunnier skies. Perth is heading for a sunny top of 31 degrees.
Oof.
In the Northern Territory, we are likely to see a few
patchy showers.
Patchy showers and the chance of a thunderstorm about parts of the northern and western top end coast tomorrow, pushing back across parts of the Kimberley.
Pushing again.
Coast as well. Now, they're not going to push too far inland, and we've got much drier conditions for central and southern parts of the territory. Hot as well, with severe heat waves starting to develop.
Okay, heat wave again.
It's also worth noting that elevated fire dangers are expected for tomorrow. Extreme fire danger ratings are forecast for the northern Barclay.
What's forecast mean again? Prediction, so this is a forecast.
For Darwin, though, we're heading for a possible shower and a top of 33 degrees tomorrow. Now, you can find the detailed forecast for your area via the Bureau's website, the Bomb Weather app, and via our social media. Have a good day, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you, Miriam.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so the poor Australians having a very bad time with the weather. Okay, so this is another way of another way of learning vocabulary. Just repeat it. Okay, repeat it often enough, and you're going to remember a lot of the vocabulary. So some of you, the word gust, for example, you couldn't remember, but you sort of remembered. It was in the back of your mind. It's passive vocabulary. So you have active vocabulary, which is vocabulary you can use, and then you have passive vocabulary. So if you heard it or you read it, you go, I sort of recognize it. I can understand it if I'm given the context. Okay? It's somewhere in your brain. Now, if you really want to produce the stuff, then you have to change the passive vocabulary into active vocabulary. That means you have to start doing it. Yes?
It was a run of a shower.
A run of showery days or whatever, etc. I don't know. It's just a sequence of, okay? All right, so the first one, when you were learning the vocabulary for the Gen Z stuff, you were producing, okay? So you had to respond to what the ChatGPT generated, and you were interacting. With this, you just sit back and listen. So that's very passive. So if you want to understand this, well, you can watch the videos, but if you want to use it, you're going to have to implement it, okay? There's a difference between passive and active. Okay, enough of that rubbish. I'm going to give you out a handout now. Can you go back to your seats? I don't know where I put the handout. Where did I put that? Okay, I'm going to give you out 2 pieces of paper. Are we all right there, Roberto? Excellent, very good. Now I'm going to give you out a movie critique. Okay, this is a terrible movie. It's called Tangled Fates. Tangled Fates. Now, does anyone know what tangle means? Tangle. Tangle. Not tango. Okay, tangle. Do you know what tangle means?
No.
Okay, now 2, yes. 2. Now, everyone up except Samuel. Everyone up. Everyone up. Everyone up. Up. Including you, Joanna, move your ass. Okay? Now, I did this, I think, at the start of the course. I usually do it at the start of the course. Get close together. I want you to put your hands up. No. I want you to put your hands out like that. And I want you to connect to 2 other people in the class, but they cannot be beside you. Okay? You've done this before, yes? Did you?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, now, no, I want you to hold their hands like that. Hold their hands.
Okay.
Okay? Have you got it? Now, you cannot be touching someone beside you. You know what I mean? Now, untangle the knot. No. Untangle the knot. You have to make a big circle, but you cannot stop holding the hands. Okay? Okay? Did you not do this before? I think you may have done, yeah, I think you did. Yes, Manuel, what's happened there? Yes, exactly. Okay, so what you did is untangle the knot. So what do you think? Oh, sorry, the knot. The knot is like that, K-N-O-T. So a knot is what you put in your shoelaces, for example. So what does tangle mean? When you mix everything together like that at the start. At the start, you were all tangled. Then you untangled. Okay? So what tangled means all like this, etc. Okay? Now the name of the movie is called Tangled Fates. What's a fate? Or your fate?
Religion.
Yeah.
Your
Faith.
that's faith. Faith. Fate is destiny. Destiny. Now if I said, do you? Oh really? Do you? Okay, well, I'd be surprised if you know this movie. Okay, so Tangled Fates is like all of your destinies are connected.
It's a traditional.
Oh, it's a brilliant movie. Sit down there now and I'll show you this movie. Right?
Hello.
Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is get what I'm going to ask you to do is get a translation of this, and then I want you to extract some useful collocations from this text. Okay? So extract the useful collocations. What are collocations again? Friends. Words that like to be together. Okay? Alright, so there's 2 pages. You just need to look at the first one. Okay? There we go. There we go. Yeah, you may begin reading. Okay? If you need the translation, you need the translation. Stand with me there, you. Who is there?
Nobody.
Okay, right. The first one. If you need the translation, you can get the translation. If you need the translation, you can get the translation.
No.
Okay, now I'd be very surprised if you've seen this movie before. Okay, begin. Seen this movie, Joanna, have you?
No, it's different that I. It's your last day tomorrow, isn't it? See? Now again, if you're finished, I want you to extract useful vocabulary, collocations from the text. You can work with your partner if you wish. If you don't like your partner, just suck it up. Right? So why don't you work with Samuel and try not to be seduced. Yes,
I
Samuel.
don't understand the point of the exercise. Like,
Okay.
I don't...
So a collocation, so for example, so when you're reading through this, there will be some words that, for example, commonly go together. This, for example.
Upside down.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
okay.
not just upside down. You could have turned upside down.
Okay.
It might upside down.
All
would
the
be-
expressions.
So useful expressions, words that go together.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I see what happened here.
No gossiping with Valentina.
No, no gossip. I don't gossip. Unfortunately.
Continue.
Tangled Fates.
Yes. Which? Oh, cliché. Cliché. It's a French word. You pronounce it like French. Cliché. Cliché.
And what is the name of the old line?
Oh, the accent. An accent. An accent, yeah. You pronounce it with the accent. Okay? So you pronounce it like French.
This?
I think it's similar to Nuestros Amantes.
Which?
Nuestros Amantes. This is Spain. It's from Spain. But this is similar because it's about two couples, and the girl
Cheated on.
This
One comes in and then the other goes out. Exactly. Like this. Very similar to this.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, I don't know if you chose. Okay, one sec. Everyone? I don't know if you chose common collocations or not. Well,
Yes.
how would. You did. Well, we'll see. How would you know if they're common collocations or not?
If you find always that those two words together.
Yeah, you could, but how would you find out that?
Reading the test.
Yeah, you could read a lot of books, etc., but there are easier ways of doing it. What else?
Ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, you could ask ChatGPT for common collocations inside the text. Now, it's not very good usually at doing it, I've found. But if you asked it for common collocations in general, without the text, it is quite good. Now, if you do want a little bit more detail, you can ask a person, a native speaker, or you can look on a corpus. Okay? Does anyone know what the corpus is? Corpus. I have shown some of you what a corpus.
Double P.
No, 1p. Okay, so I'll show you what the corpus is. And you look in that direction there.
Is that metal? Copper?
No, the plural is corpora. It's not a word that is outside. You will hear most people using. Oh, sorry, not that. No, sorry.
Corpus, please.
Not that kind of corpus. Okay, Coco corpus. So I'm going to give you a Coco corpus. Now okay. Now this is the corpus of contemporary American English. Now, what it is a huge, big resource of, if you, it's lovely there. Roberto was trying to turn off the light and he said, where is it? Where is it? Okay? So what it is a huge, big resource of examples online. Now, I don't know if I've signed in, so just give me a sec. I think I have. Okay, so, all right. There are a few different corpora that you could use here. If you go up to the top corner, you can get the Globe corpus, which is a corpus of global English, so English from different countries. You can get from the Supreme Court in the United States, from movies, from the British National Corpus, and you can see how big the corpora are here. These ones are the most common ones that I use, Globe and Coco. So let's say I wanted to look up one word on the Coco corpus. I click on word. And I say, for example, give me a word, any word there.
Turmoil.
Turmoil. Okay. Now, after a short period of time, it'll give you that. Now, what does that number there tell you?
The results.
It's the most. It's the 7,434th most frequent word in the resource. Okay, so I'm a bit surprised it's so high, but or so low. What's number one? The THE. The is the most frequent word in the corpus. It's not on that page. If I put in that word and search that word, it will be number one up at the top. It's the most common word in these examples. You look at all the examples, 1 billion examples. You're going to find in all of those examples, the most common word is the. Okay? What does that set of bars mean? Anyone?
The context where you...
Yeah, where you find them. So what would that tell you about the word turmoil? Yeah, it seems to be quite often in the news, in academia. It seems almost everywhere, to be honest. It's a little lower in TV and movies, magazines a little bit lower, fiction a little bit lower, but for some strange reason it's in the news a lot. Does anyone know what turmoil is? Okay, turmoil.
It says confusion.
Yeah, confusion, but very often it will be after a war or during a war. Oh my God, there's turmoil everywhere. Okay, because the Israelis have bombed Palestine or whatever, etc. Okay, now certain words collocate with the word turmoil. You can see over here, these words very often happen in the same text, but this is where you should look. So the word cluster here means these are words that commonly go together. So you see this dot here? So if you have this dot, it means one word to the right. This little dot, one word to the left. Two dots to the right, two words to the right, etc. So it's very, very common to hear the word turmoil with these words. I don't know if the word turmoil has very strong collocations, but if you did, it's probably that line. Political turmoil, economic turmoil, inner turmoil, that means your psychological condition. Oh, I'm having a lot of confusion in my life now and I've a lot of inner turmoil. I wouldn't say it's a very strong collocation, okay? But this is how you use a corpus. Everyone got that? So if you want, you can also look for collocates and look up the word turmoil with collocates. And now you're going to see the darker bars here, those darker bars or rows, they are strong collocates. If they're white, they're lower. Okay, they're not so common. And you'll see the number of examples that are in the corpus here. So if you go down to the bottom, you'll see 1. Cataclysmic turmoil. It's not really going to be very common. So what you want to do is look for the top. You'll see nouns, market turmoil, turmoil in the country or whatever, new with adjectives here, political turmoil, economic turmoil, inner turmoil, financial turmoil. They're probably the most common, those 4. And you can see by the numbers. 551 is much bigger than all the other ones, okay? So political turmoil seems to be the most common collocation. Everyone got that? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay, I'll show you another way that you can use the corpus now in a second. You can also look for just a comparison with other dialects. So if you go to the globe corpus, this is the corpus of global English, and you want to compare a word and see, is this word commonly used in certain parts of the world where they speak English? Could you give me a word that you would expect is used in the United States but not used in Ireland?
Mall.
Again?
Mall.
Mall. M-A-L-L. Oops, not M-A-L-L. That's used nowhere. Okay, right. Yeah, okay, a little bit surprising to me, but not completely. If you look at that, you will see that yes, yeah, oh, by the way, I'll just go over this. United States, Canada, Great Britain, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand. Now these are regarded as the standard dialects of English for some strange reason. India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Hong Kong, South Africa, that's South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, or Tanzania, whichever pronunciation you want, and Jamaica. Now, it seems that the most common place to hear the word mall is in Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Why? Why? Who colonized the Philippines recently? United States. The United States. During World War II, they had to take over the Philippines for a period of time. So you would expect there will be quite a lot of influence from American English. Surprisingly, Britain did control Singapore and Malaysia at the period of time, or at least have a strong influence there. But it seems American English is more strong in those contexts. And you will see, yes, in the United States and Canada, the word mall is more common than Britain and Ireland, for example. Like 3 times as much in Canada, for example.
Let's see downtown.
Which?
Downtown.
Downtown. Okay, right, we'll look at downtown, for example. Okay, so you will see, yes, way more common in the United States and Canada. The darker the blue, the more common it is. Okay? Singapore, again, a little bit more common. Hong Kong, again, it had a British history, but it's probably more influenced by American movies than it is by British movies. You understand that? Like, so for example, it's not impossible to hear the word mall or hear the word downtown in Britain and Ireland, but it's less common. Okay? It's not, I'll give you one last one. This is the one I usually use. La. What's that mean? Oh, you have to, okay, when this happens, you have to wait 10 seconds and then do it again. So what la means is, if you'll see where it's popular, it's going to be in Singapore probably, and maybe some of the other Asian, Singapore and Malaysia. So those 2 countries have large Chinese populations. And there is a word in Chinese, le, at the end of sentences. And very often you will hear that at the end of sentences in Chinese. And typically it's a marker to say that something happened or is finished or complete. Okay? So very often, one of the students I had from Mexico had a Malaysian boss in Ireland, and the Malaysian boss kept saying blah 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 la, blah 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 la, and the la is a bastardization of this word. It's changed form. Okay, so he kept hearing it, and I said, I don't know what it is. I have no idea, and it didn't occur to me. Oh, it's that word. Okay, it happens a lot at the end of sentences. So again, if you want real, authentic, reliable sources, like for example, ChatGPT, you can't always trust. You should go to a corpus or whatever. And I'll show you one last corpus, which you probably saw many, many times and didn't realize. Okay, so give me another word there. I'll put in turmoil again. Turmoil meaning. So this dictionary you generally get sent to straight away online. So it's the Oxford Languages here. Click on that. And then you come down here and you see this funny line, and you've probably seen it before and you probably never experimented with it. Click on it. Then you will get sent to the Google Books Ngram viewer. And it's called Ngram because that N is the number. Okay? This is a 1 gram because the word turmoil has one word. Now you can say case insensitive, and now you look at the word turmoil. For some strange reason, in the last 225 years, the word turmoil has increased in popularity in those texts. Okay? So it wasn't a very, very common word back then. Now you can do other things. You can look up grammar. You can look up vocabulary. For example, a grammar, I could go like this. Shall, should, will, would, may, might, must, can, could. Now, could you tell me which of those you would expect to be low?
Low.
Shall. Okay, which one would you expect to be the most popular? Okay, so we'll see. Okay.
Cool.
Can is the most common in the corpus. And shall is completely disappearing.
Yeah.
It's dying out, the word shall. It's dying. If you just focused on the word shall, you'll see it's dropped significantly in popularity. So again, this kind of thing should be able to give you some idea about, well, should I learn that word or not? Is it a super important word? You can get the percentages that are used. If you see zero, see at the top it says, at the bottom 0.1. If it's point something, then it's quite common. Okay, it's quite common. If you look up the word the, you see 4% of the words in English are the. Every 100 words you hear in English in this source, you're going to hear the word the. Okay? 4 times, which is a very, very high number. And then you can obviously do other things. You can check your name, Carla, Samuel, Tachi. Now, who do you think is going to get the most? Who's going to get the lowest? Tachi. Why? Because it's for English. It's for English. Now, if I click on it, I would expect Tachi to be very low. In fact, I'm surprised it's so high. I'm surprised it's so high. Sometimes you will get back 0. People in this class, everyone in this class will have a name. I'm surprised Tachi is so high. I would have said Tachi would have been close to 0, if not 0. But the rest of you have a name that I would say, yeah, it'll be reasonably high. Okay? And the last thing I'll show you. Some people ask me this question. Which of those is the most common?
I wear.
So some people will say to me, oh, I think this is more correct, because some teacher told me that the past subjunctive is in this form, and technically when you're using a second conditional you use the past subjunctive. Okay, so I should use if I were. Well, you could say that, but then you could say, well, this is what people do. Now, if you want, you can follow the technical rules of the book, or you can do what people generally do outside and mix up the two. I mix them up. What's the point in me telling you don't do one of them? Okay, so corpora give you what people actually say. One of the problems for you with corpora is they're usually written texts. No, but the reason you get this is because you can easily, with computer, modern technologies now, extract huge amounts of data. ChatGPT is sort of a corpus. That's why it's so good at doing a lot of the things that I wanted to do. You just take all the resource, the training data. You say, find all the patterns. That's what this is doing. But it's not 100% reliable. But what never happens, or very rarely happens, is spoken corpora. Because you don't, in real life, do you want someone to listen to your romantic conversation? No. And if you start texting someone or messaging someone and start using some sexual language, for example, nobody wants to hear that. Okay? Nobody wants to listen. Well, maybe you might want to listen, but nobody wants other people to listen. So it's not 100% realistic. Okay? So it's very hard. You'd have to agree. Can I listen to your phone calls all day? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. When I gave you the WhatsApp messages from me and my brother-in-law, that rarely happens. You don't generally get people saying, okay, now I volunteer there, you can read my text messages. And to be honest, you only get to see the text messages I want you to read. You don't get to see the ones where maybe I'm angry or maybe I'm romantic. Who knows? Okay, sometimes it happens. Okay, right? Okay, so that's what the corpus is. So oh, sorry, just 1 second now. I can see what's happening on this wall over here. This wall over here. Not everyone, but some people on this wall. Some people are down here. They're going like this. What time is it there now? Oh, I need to go on a break. And then another person is beside the switch and going, Andrew, can I turn on the... Not yet. No, okay. Right, you can turn on the lights now and take a break, you credits. Okay, take a break.